You had an interesting comment that I thought was worth returning to. You were talking about Victoria's energy problems and crisis, and keeping the lights on is going to become a problem, particularly as we go toward electric vehicles. But there doesn't seem to be much in the budget to address not only the rising costs of so-called cheap renewable energy, but securing the baseload energy required to power these new net zero ideas. Are Victorians shouldering the cost of Labor's net zero political campaign?
Well, they absolutely are, and there's no plans except for renewables to fill the gap as they close down coal-fired power stations. Now, many of us have been arguing for some time that you have to look at nuclear in the mix of energy. I'm technology agnostic when it comes to energy. I don't care where it comes from so long as we increase supply. But even more of a problem than increasing supply is how we transmit energy in this state. And we are right now facing transmission projects that will crisscross pristine country Victoria like a spiderweb. 88-metre high towers over pristine farmland and environmental areas, sensitive environmental areas, which could destroy various parts in the agriculture sector, especially the potato farming area. And this is going to roll out right across Victoria, because if you're going to roll out renewable projects everywhere, you've got to be able to connect them to the grid. That's the problem. And I say if we're going to have green energy, I'm all for it. Let's have green transmission. At the moment, we're going to have brown, ancient technology transmission of energy in Victoria. It's a disgrace.
Yes, when they say net zero, pristine, climate change, save the planet, you don't envision forests of power lines crisscrossing the countryside. That's not what people see, but it's what they're going to get. Switching to the cultural future of Victoria, you've also commented on the decision of the City of Greater Geelong Council to cancel Australia Day. Now, is it a job of the councils to interfere with significant cultural events, or are they overreaching their purviews?
Well, I think they're absolutely overreaching their job description, and this is a council that is heavily in debt, that has got monitors in to try and smarten them up, and they're embarking on this cancelling history. But ironically, they lauded having the Commonwealth Games coming to Geelong, and I would have thought the Commonwealth Games are also a vestige of the British Empire and colonialism, which is, how they're masquerading the Australia Day event as. So I think it is way beyond their purview. They should keep out of this and stick to their knitting. Fix the footpaths. They want to put bike paths everywhere as well. This is another state government plan, which the local government is meant to roll out, which is really inhibiting small business and consumers. So I think the council have overstepped their mark, and they shouldn't be cancelling Australia Day. We should be celebrating everything that's good about this country. We celebrate every other day. There's, I don't know how many days, nearly every day of the week's some sort of a celebration, but yet we can't celebrate being Australian.
Well, Geelong Council say that this was a result of community consultation, but you point out that the consultation only involved 0.34% of the available population. And in response, you said, and I quote, "Australia Day celebrates all of us. It celebrates our Indigenous history and culture. It celebrates every nationality which has come to these shores. Australia Day is a day of unity." Beverley, are we seeing the personal politics of councillors interfere with the majority view of the regions which they are meant to be managing?
Well, I think we are. And I think, I've been a councillor, and I've been at Australia Day ceremonies when we welcome new residents to this country who want to take up Australian citizenship. And the Australia Day is a wonderful day which they appreciate becoming Australian. And we are a multicultural society here. Everybody's got a place, and I think we should be able to reserve one day where we can celebrate being Australia and stop saying sorry forever.